Good morning. It is sometime at the end of February, 26th, I think, 25th, I don't know. And today we're going to go over my March bullet journal. Oops, I just knocked him over and him. I'll put my little friends over here then. No big deal. I just had them here because they're cute. Anyway, today I'll go over this and I'll show you last month's now that it's more filled in. This is my like term 1917 in the bronze color that I'm going to be done with after March. As you can see, it's pretty much done for. Excuse the coffee over there. It is morning. Supplies that I used. It's my Platinum Preppy 0.3 fountain pen. I use or will be using the Pilot Precise V5 in green. It's the extra fine. And the markers I used were the Monami Plus Pen 3000. I've got olive green, green, light green, emerald green, and this one is red violet. I will be adding stickers. I haven't gotten to that yet because I'd like to actually maybe color this page in with colored pencils. I don't want to do a full page of watercolor. It would completely just ruin that page. So once I get that done, I'll be putting on, like, I've got my little frog stickers. As you can tell, it's going to be frogs and lily pads, and I do have some of the flowers too. So let me kind of go through where we're at for this past month. Here's February. I did get the name in there finally in purple. Again, last month was lavender. I never did get my hedgehog finished, but that's okay. And here is my February calendar. I just use this to kind of track my mood for when I talk to my therapist, or if I get sick, like I got sick. This was something I added in halfway through the month. I had been, and I will actually, I think, go over this with everybody in a separate video, accidentally intermittently fasting, which I figured out in December. And so I did some research, and mid-January I decided to start playing with it and doing different fasting lengths. And so a month after I started that, as you can tell, the month was the 14th of February. So I had kind of worked on that for about 3 weeks before I decided to do this. I had lost an additional 4.8 pounds in a month by playing with it. So I decided to kind of keep track, and that's what I am currently doing. Here are my bill things, all nice and done. More bill stuff. I have not, well, week 4 we'll do this week. Week 5 is no spend, with the exception of an activity that somebody else picked out, and I will definitely go over the $11 for week 5. I keep my receipts. I think I've mentioned that before. Here's my week 1. Week 2, I never did color in my little rubber duckies down here. I'm not sure why I put the rubber duckies in there. Oh, yes I do. I had 2 reasons, well, 1 reason that this week, but it kind of followed over to the next reason. or the next week. Our stage 5K clinger for Potterhead Running Club was suggested on the 6th, which is also the birthday of Mr. Weasley from Harry Potter, and he had a thing for rubber ducks. And it's kind of funny because the next week, was it the next week or the week after that? The week after that at Amigos, one of my friends brought everybody little rubber ducks. So that was kind of fun. Here's some more of this. As you can tell, I use the bottom of my spreads for just notes on things that I find, like Undead It. And this is where I found out about it. What I figured out, I could call myself a money or financial coach. Air fryer things. Miracle Workers show I'd like to check out. Some tea I'd like to buy the next time I get to the Oriental grocery store. So yes, I use this for a lot of just random notes. Here's some more. As you can tell, this week got all jacked up. Managed to have all sorts of fun. And then here is this week. Still working on stuff. Oops, I did get this done for the most part. I had put the little do not give up thing here, or I was going to. I hadn't typed it down yet, but I liked it there. And then I decided that I needed some space to write down stuff for my hello cat, for my tax returns and what I'm planning on doing with it. As you can see, I'm going to get a high interest rate online banking account and put $3,000 there. My total return was $4,391. I'm probably going to go with Marcus by Goldman Sachs. It's currently at 2.25%. I think I'm going to play with some 4-week T-bills with $1,000, and I haven't bought new clothes in approximately 5 years, and I weigh less than I have in a long time. I'm not sure I will spend all $391-ish on clothes. I could also use a new fitness thing. I prefer the Garmin ones. Mine is kind of janky, and I'd love to have one with a heart rate on it. So I might wind up doing that as well. The clothes things, if this intermittent fasting works, I may just only buy a couple things here and there that I need. I've noticed my unisex shirts, when I buy them, I have to go down another size now. I still feel like the big girl. Anyway, that's kind of off topic, isn't it? So there's all that. And then my journal stuff, which I will not be sharing. So in March, my budget changed. It will probably change again around, I think, May, when my student loan payments will go up or down based off of my current income. I do the income-driven repayment. When that happens, I will probably be putting less on the student loan additional, because I don't really want to get into this little bit of stuff that's remaining. It's $75 total. That can be helpful for other things. There's my credit card budget, and over here is my student loan information. And then here is March. So like I said, March is froggies and lily pads and ponds, and I do need to get that colored in and the froggies put on there. Here is my March calendar, and so I did different colors for the lily pads. I probably will not be coloring these in. I don't really use them a lot, but I do need to have them easily where I can write on them easily, and my little 0.3 fountain pen probably would not do well with my Prismacolor pencils under it. I might do a little bit of watercolor on some of them maybe later on. Here is my fasting tracker. I'm going to continue to play with this for a little while. We'll see what happens. Here is the beginning of my ledger for all my bills. I already have my electric bill and my credit card B bill in. Since those do change, kind of need to keep track of that. I'm still needing my gas bill. I think that's the only other one that varies every month. And I will be finishing filling this out on Friday with my bill pay with me. And here is the stuff for my other credit card, my sinking savings account. This is for my line of credit, utilities savings, and my savings account for living expenses, which doesn't actually ever change. It just sits there. Over here are my March numbers for gas, electric. There's what I've budgeted. Ooh, I just hit my coffee cup and almost spilled it everywhere. That would have been tragic. Whoops, sorry. On the electric, I'll go ahead and fill that in. We already know it's 113. This is also a Pilot V5 Precise with the little needle tip that I'll be using. I still haven't made it to Blick Art shop to pick up a new Stettler, so that's okay though. These are for the new savings accounts I'm going to open. The one that's the high interest, and then the treasury bills that I'm going to play with will go in here as well. I will probably wind up, after opening these, moving some money around out of specifically the sinking account, and at some point out of the utilities savings into this high yield savings account. This is where my receipts will go. And here's the beginning of my plans. It's the same setup as last month. I just kind of changed a few things, different colors. I designated the weekends in that red. What color was that? Red violet marker. I've already got some plans penciled in. Here we go again. And this is still a no spend week, so I've already got some stuff wrote down for things I need to pick up when I do go spending money. Ideas. I don't know what I'm going to do here yet for a video. We'll see what happens. But I've got a plan with me. I need to get a haircut. Geocaching event. I think I'm going to take off early that day. By working 3 hours on Sunday, I can take off 3 hours early here and actually go and enjoy the entire event, and got my ending of my fasting time. I will be actually setting up a whole brand new bullet journal. Again, this is pretty much done. There's not much left. Definitely not enough for another month. So it's time to switch. Here's another one. I might talk about intermittent fasting here. I'll still be working on my new bullet journal. Come on. Maybe this will help over here. There we go. My son is supposed to come up Thursday, Friday, Saturday, go back on Sunday. Hopefully that hasn't changed. If it does, that's okay. Went ahead and took off there so I could hang out with him. This is when I should possibly get my federal return back. We'll see what happens. I'm not holding my breath. I live in row housing. I live in a 2-story townhouse that's cheek to cheek with other townhouses, so I keep roach bait in the house at all times. It'll be 6 months and I'll need to replace it. I will be going over the new bullet journal, and I picked up some editing software, so hopefully I'll be able to do that, like show me working on it throughout the process and then cutting those together and doing a voiceover. I haven't played with any of this with this video editing. It's a freebie software, so it may not work like I think it will. We'll have to wait and see. And this would be my last week. As you can tell, you can tell by the color of the week which week we're in. So this is week 5. Another geocaching event and a ladies' night. Always fun. And then this will be my journaling pages here. I do journal daily. So, and those aren't things that I'm willing to share. So that will be it. I have some ideas for things I might want to track in the next bullet journal, and some ideas for other my brain just stopped. I haven't had enough coffee. Some ideas for spreads. That's the word I'm looking for. For the other months. I already have several spreads thought out, but just in case I need it. Anyway, that's March. So March will include some cute little froggies hopping around. I don't know if I'll use all the stickers there. If I don't, I'll use them in other places as well. They are 3-dimensional, so they'll kind of poof up and make it a little hard to write on, so I don't want to put it too close to this page. A couple pages in between will be plenty. Anyway, I hope you guys liked my March setup with the different colors. As you can tell, this week's going to be crazy. I have a schedule. With the color scheme and the idea behind it. It'll be fun for me. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a great and wonderful day. Thank you for joining. Bye.